Hey, Reading Christian Fellowship. It's good to see you again, John Kraft. Hey, I was just thinking as we have gone through another day, it means that we are another day closer to the time that we can all come back together. And I have to tell you, I am looking forward to that so much, to be able to gather together, to be able to worship together, to be able to fellowship together, face to face, to be able to learn from God's word together. It's going to be an incredible time. But for now, we're still in our stay-at-home orders. We're still doing things virtually. We're still doing things like this. So I want to take this moment to keep your eyes focused on Jesus and focused on what he would have us to do as we live our lives during this time. I'm struck by the fact that we ought to revisit our thought of what it means to care for our oikos. Now, some of you might think, an oikos, it's been a little bit since we've talked about this. Oikos is a Greek word for household, for house or for home. And that in the time of the Bible was more than just your family. It was the 8 to 15 people who you interacted with on a regular basis. It would include your family. It would include some business associates. It would include people who work for you or for servants. It would include close friends. And they were the people that you were responsible to care for. It's no different today. God has placed around 8 to 15 people in your oikos, in your relational world. And he's done that purposefully. He's done it providentially because he wants you to care for them. As you look at accounts of oikos in the New Testament, the one that really stands out to me is the account of Cornelius, a man that Peter went to go preach to. Cornelius, the first Gentile convert that we see in the book of Acts. And it says in Acts chapter 10 that Peter, on the next day, he rose and went away with them, talking about Cornelius's servants, the people who had come to get Peter. He rose and went away with them. And on the following day, they entered Caesarea, which is where Cornelius lived. Cornelius was expecting them and had called together his relatives and close friends. That's that picture of that oikos, that Cornelius knew that there was an important message coming. And so since there was this important message coming, he gathered together his relatives and his close friends. Your oikos today includes your relatives. It includes your close friends. And while we may not be gathering together as a church, it is so important for you to remember your oikos, to remember that part of your role is to care for your oikos, to call them, to check in on them, to see if there's anything that they need. Especially, there are people in your oikos who may not know Jesus. And if they don't, they need to see you showing God's love to them in a time when they desperately need to know it. So remember your oikos. And as well, remember, we're still gathering together virtually, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock online. You can go to rcfellowship.org. You can log in. You can worship with us. You can take communion with us. You can learn from God's word together with us as we look to see how we can help each other take our next step in following Jesus. Thanks for watching today. God bless.